This is the cookbook that I'm using, Small Batch Preserving by Ellie Top and Margaret Howard. And the recipe that I'm using is blender ketchup. And there's a look at that if you want to screenshot it. And there is a look at that if you want to screenshot it. So there's I've got my tomatoes and my onion and my sweet pepper, and I just need to get my vinegar and my sugar and my spices, and I'm going to get it into the food processor and then into a pan on the stove, and we're going to see if we can make our own ketchup. Everything has made it into the blender, so let's give it a go. Process until smooth. So this is what I have now. I'm going to get that into a pan. Okay, so I'm going to add, where's my, I gotta have a 1 cup measure here. 2/3 of a cup of apple cider vinegar. And I'm going to bring this to a boil and then let it bubble. Okay, so we've been bubbling for about a half an hour. And so now it says to add my sugar and my salt. So it is 2 teaspoons of pickling salt. Ooh. Okay, and then a quarter cup of sugar. I'm going to stir that. Put my rock sugar. I didn't realize my pickling salt was quite that coarse, but oh well, I guess it is what it is. And then I have put my spices into cheesecloth. I didn't have any whole allspice, but I did have some allspice, so I just put a couple of pinches. It calls for a ½ teaspoon of the whole ones. So I just put a few pinches of allspice into there, and I'm just going to drop my bag in there and kind of push it under. And now if you don't have cheesecloth on hand, you could use like a tea steeper thingy. Would work. You could put your spices in there and set it in there. Or these are those little single coffee brewer thingies. You could use those, or a little tea bag, or whatever you have handy. It just keeps your spices from the whole spices from becoming part of your mixture and then somebody chomping into like a peppercorn or something. Which is never good. So now I'm going to watch this cook for the next hour and a half or so with this in it, giving it a stir every now and again, and letting it thicken up. So it's going to evaporate a bunch of that moisture and thicken up to a ketchup-y consistency. Smells like ketchup. So I guess we'll see. Well, I just wanted to ask you how you felt now that you're famous.
Now that I'm famous?
Yeah, on YouTube.
I am, huh? I didn't realize I was famous.
You didn't?
Nobody has sent me flowers or candy or champagne or anything that famous people get.
Well, maybe someone will someday.
Yeah, right.
And then will you believe that you're famous?
Maybe then.
And well loved by your public?
Yes, right.
Okay.
I'll believe it then.
Okay.
It's never going to happen.
You don't know that. So, burgers on the griddle. Ketchup in the pot. Canner getting ready. It's heating up my jars. I've got it just pushed the brown function on the Nesco canner. And yeah, look at this, is looking beautiful. Beauty. I think I might go ahead and take my spices out. I think I'll get a set of tongs to do that. Yeah, and once this heats up, we're going to be canning it. Most of it anyway. I'll leave enough for us to have with dinner tonight, because I've got burgers there and fries in there.
Actually, after my experience the other day, when I said, this is really good.
Well, I'll ask you again after you're done.
And then I ate some and brought most of it back in to be thrown away. I shouldn't say anything about this until after I've eaten it. You think?
I want to have your first impression, and then I'll ask you again afterwards.
Tastes like tomatoes. Pretty good. Doesn't smear around as well.
It's always something with this one. Always something.
Well.
Ooh, she must like it. She's getting more. Well, it was delicious. It is delicious. I don't know if there's really enough left to can, though. I mean, there's not. It said it would make 4 cups. But that is more like 2 or maybe 2.5 cups at this point. So I'm going to put it into the fridge in that plastic container and maybe make a barbecue sauce or something out of it tomorrow. But yeah, other than that, I really like it. I wish it had made more because I was hoping to can some, but I guess I can do without canning it and just use it up within the next week or so. You say that when I come in here with
that stupid ass camera.
With my camera. The camera loves you, by the way.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. It thinks you're adorable.
You're such a liar. Yeah.
So what did you think of the ketchup the other night?
It was okay.
It was okay?
Yeah.
What was it missing?
It didn't taste like ketchup.
A little too spicy? You think the spices were a little weird? I thought the spices were a little weird for a ketchup.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn it into barbecue sauce.
It ain't any good for gas. We're going to make it into oil.
I liked it as ketchup. I mean, it did have a different kind of a flavor, but I still liked it. I don't know that I'd consider it to be really ketchup, though, because...
It was more of a relish.
It was more, yeah, a ketchup-y relish.
That's relish.
A tomato relish,
Yeah.
kind of.
Because it tastes tomatoey, kind of.
Yeah.
Bitter.
But it had onion in it and peppers and stuff, and that seems weird to me for ketchup.
Did you put them in there?
Yes.
Well... That makes no sense.
Well, that's what the recipe said to do.
It tastes like onions and all this other stuff. Well, did you put them in there? Yeah. Well, why wouldn't it
that's-
taste like that?
That's what the recipe said to do. I just followed the recipe.
Well, who's the recipe from?
It's from one of my canning books. I liked it.
I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I did not.
Not at all?
No, I only tasted it and I only used a little bit. Well, don't be making faces at me so nobody can see. Sitting back there. Yeah, sitting back there behind the camera making faces. This is how we always operate.
This is how we operate.
We're going to make something tonight. We're going to make ketchup. We're going to add all kinds of different crap
I
into it.
followed the recipe.
And then turn around and say, it tastes like all this crap I put in it.
I followed the recipe, honey. You see what happens when I follow recipes? Didn't like the ketchup.
Oh, he didn't.
No, did you like it?
It was okay. It's not ketchup, though.
It's really not, right? Like that's what we were saying. Is it's more like a relish or a something with because I put onions and peppers and stuff in it.
Yeah.
Because that's what the recipe said to do. But yeah, it wasn't very.
It would be to me a tomato relish.
Yeah.
I mean, you could use it on a hamburger.
To replace your relish.
They
and your
sell jars of
hamburger
tomato
relish, yeah.
It's not the green pickles.
Yeah,
It would be more like that, but not as chunky.
right. All right, well.
What?
Say goodnight, YouTube.
Good night, you two.
Have a wonderful evening.
Have a wonderful evening.
Thanks for watching.
Yep.
Subscribe.
Bye.
Ring the bell.
Ding.
Ding, ding, ding.
See ya.
Ding, ding, ding.
Go make an experiment.
Go make another experiment.
Yes.
I'm going to pop you in the head. That's going to be my experiment for today.
You can't do that. That's the law.